This episode is brought to you by the DGen Community Network, media for the decentralized generation. If you want to connect or to check out more great NFT and crypto content, go to dgen.network. That's DGEN.network.
Did you ever watch Heavy Metal? Like that weird cartoon from like the 70s, I don't know, 70s or 80s?
No.
It was like an adult one?
No.
It was very, I remember it made me feel weird as a kid.
like horned or what?
Like weird horn, you know what I mean? Not like good horn.
Hello and welcome to Wrecked Podcast. I am Bunchu alongside my esteemed colleague and co-host Chamber. Chamber, how you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good, man. Just early morning, Friday. I guess it's not early for you. This is like late.
I've been up for 10 hours.
It may as well be the afternoon, I think, for you at this point.
That's right. I'm about to have dinner. I am going to be the quintessential, Floridian retired, eats dinner at 4, wakes up at 3:45 a.m., watches Judge Mathis for 4 hours, and then takes a nap. That's going to be me when I'm older.
I love Judge. So, my mom, she was FaceTiming me the other day, and she's like, I just started watching Manifest on Netflix. I'm like, Mom, that's the most mom thing you could have said.
I don't even know what Manifest is. Sounds like something my mom would watch.
I don't know either. So
I'll have to put my I guess it'll be an iPad when I'm older like that. I'll put my iPad down from reading the news and I'll go watch my stories.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's gonna be me. So, but yeah, early morning-ish on a Friday, 9 o'clock Eastern time. We're 2 weeks out from our last show, so we unfortunately skipped last week. We're gonna try to do these weekly still, but it's just been insane. Chambers starting a new job. I'm working like 80 jobs that are not real jobs, and so time is scarce, I would say.
It is fairly scarce.
Yes. But how is the new job going?
I found it's going great. As you can imagine, just a lot of, visiting bud tenders. That's what they're called in store. It's a very cool name and I like it a lot. And talking about weed and that's all great. But one of the interesting turn of events for my job was how much Instagram I need to be doing.
It's so funny because you said something to me about Instagram yesterday, and I was like, I don't even use Instagram anymore.
No,
I don't. You're hanging out on Instagram.
So yeah, for work, specifically for work. So in Canada, or I don't know, in specifically in Ontario, there's a ton of, you can't really just advertise, your weed store, right? On TV or on the radio. So a lot of these stores, they do all of their advertising or social outreach on Instagram. So a big Instagram profile or what I mean, like getting people aware of your company on Instagram is super important. So I had to create a work me Instagram thing, but just for weed. So is it like branded? Do you have your... Yeah, so it's like my name, so it's like my actual name, but it's just like the company I work for. So it's like the company I work for and then my name, Chad. So it's that's all it is.
Weed Guys Chad.
Yeah, exactly.
At Weed Guys Chad.
Yeah, basically. And then you find out like all of the people that you visit at stores, all the store owners, they'll follow you back, and it's like this big community.
So, but like, what's the point? Are you taking pictures of the products? Are you?
So that's what I do. So a lot of it is
like strain pics. Are you just like? Are they just like little videos of you being like smoking? Like, what is it?
So I don't know. I literally just started. So I think I've posted like, I don't know, maybe like.
And this is part of the job description, I guess.
I mean, not officially in the description, but it's definitely part of the job description. You know what I mean?
Interesting, yeah.
But yeah, it's just a matter.
Good thing
like,
you have some experience running some social media.
That's what I said. As I said, they're like, "Oh, your following's grown, so fast." I'm like, "Yeah, I kind of know what I'm doing."
You're like, I'm a semi-popular podcast host.
I wish it was Twitter though. But that's what I said. I said,
I feel like Instagram's actually easier to get followers.
It probably is, but I said it a couple of times. So I said, the way we kind of grew with social media was like, MySpace, if you're on that, Facebook, and then I feel you had your choice of either Twitter or Instagram. And after that it was like, TikTok and stuff like that. But like, I feel like you're either Instagram or Twitter.
Is there not a big TikTok following in the weed world?
Not as of yet. I'm sure there is.
It's probably more that the stores aren't on TikTok.
Right? Correct. So yeah, so I'll just like, post pictures of like our stuff, especially like the KPIs I got to get into stores, like specific strains and stuff like that. Like I'll just post those. And then all the stores that follow me, it'll kind of just remind them to get that specific strain. So it's kind of like doing it's kind of like doing
virtual
work.
Catalog.
Exactly. Yeah. So
interesting.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to. I don't know how to use Instagram that well. Like, there's this whole other section where you can do like your stories and stuff like that. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was asking. Is it just like stories of you like cooking up weed butter? Like, what are we talking?
I'm sure it'll get to that point. Like, I feel like with time, my skills on Insta will be better. But as of right now, it's just pictures of like weed I bust and rolling joints and
fantastic,
that kind of stuff.
Fantastic. Should we talk about some? Should talk about some crypto?
Sure, we sure could.
We sure could. Well, all right. Let's talk about crypto. We are, I would say, full on back into bull mode is what it feels like. I feel like the sentiment out there is strong to very strong. How are you feeling about the crypto markets? Now, I also have another question. Uh-huh. Have you been paying as closely attention to the crypto markets with the new gig?
Not even close. I opened up my Delta app for the first time in a while. Like, I want to say like in a couple of weeks. And I'm like, oh, we're up pretty significantly. I'm like, all right.
Oh, we're rich.
Because we've been messing around with NFTs a lot, and I've been kind of gauging my wealth from that. And then I forgot I had a whole bunch of crypto stashed away that's been doing some stuff, man. So yeah, no, I was pretty happy the other day. I was like, oh shit, this is all right.
Fantastic. So what are you holding in the crypto realm at the moment?
Let's see here. I got like I said, I haven't traded much, so it's a lot of the same stuff. I have obviously some Bitcoin. I have obviously some Ethereum, but some of the shittier baggiers, some Radium, that's doing tremendously well. That's an FTT product. I have some FTT. I have some Serum, and I do have a fair amount of Tether as well. So just there for, I don't know, maybe I'll just hold it for tax purposes, or we'll see. We're at a point where we're getting close to either a rejection of the price action on Bitcoin, or we're going to bust through, and that's kind of around that 51.2.
Oh, I'm sorry. I zoned out when you said Radium. Fuck.
It's so good. I'll tell you specifically
how
well it's doing.
Stop.
In the last month, it's up 300%.
Oh my God. For those of you who have not been listening to this podcast for very long, back when Solana a couple months ago was kind of really starting to take off, people were using it, there was Radium came out, which is the first decentralized swap exchange on Solana, and one of our loyal listeners and friends, dropped us a hint. Hey, we should probably buy this. And at the time, there was only a couple wallets that you could use. Like now, you have a Phantom wallet, Chamber?
No.
You gotta get a Phantom wallet. Like, do it now.
Is it?
Like,
is
what
it that
do you
good?
use for your Solana wallet?
I don't own any Solana. Everything's on FTX.
Oh, okay, got it. So you don't own any that's off of an exchange. Got it. Well, you should definitely get this if you're going to be dealing with Solana at any point in the future. So it's a Phantom wallet. It sits just like a MetaMask wallet.
Yep.
It's actually, I think it's better than MetaMask.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just like the user interface is really easy. But anyway, back to my point. At the time, there was no good car ideas for Solana wallets. And it was, so I was using the like Solette wallet or Soleil wallet, whatever the hell you call it. And it is just a piece of hot garbage. And
I did use that one.
every time you opened it, it gave you a new seed phrase. So when I thought I was writing down the seed phrase of the wallet I was sending to, I was actually writing down a second seed phrase, and the first one got lost. So I lost about 2 ETH worth of, at the time, 2 ETH worth of Solana, which at this time would be a pretty hefty chunk of change. And because now Solana is $140 a token. So
that's bananas.
So we don't like to talk about Ray or Radium on the show, but I'll give you a pass.
Yeah, it's doing all right. It's a top performer for me right now. But yeah, I don't know. Like the Bitcoin's looking good. I mean,
let's go through the top 10 here. So we got Bitcoin sitting at $50,000 or $50,706, up 7.4% for the week. Ethereum crushing, up 26.9% this week.
What's the price?
$3,963.42. So we're pushing 4K.
I was just looking at. I just converted some ETH for some walking around money, and I think I just converted 1 ETH, and it showed me the website I use shows you all of your flips to Canadian dollars, and I was just like, oh shit, like that 1 ETH was like almost the equivalent of like 2 ETH of like one that I did a couple, you know what I mean? Like a couple months ago.
Back when we were talking a couple months ago about how a month's expenses was only 2 ETH.
Yeah, now it's back to 1, I think.
Yeah. An ETH a day keeps the day job away.
Oh, it sure does. That. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine?
Yeah. But so then Cardano up 16% this week at $2.99. Priced right under $3. There you go. Binance $4.93, up 2% this week. XRP up 17% at $1.28. Solana, the aforementioned Solana, in the last 7 days up 85% to $140.81. Man, Summer Soul was right.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I am back in on Solana. I am holding some.
Ooh, son, yes. Solana Summer. It just ended.
Solana Summer. I bought back in, fairly high. I think when I bought it was $110. Somewhere between $100 and $110. The reason I did though was because I was messing around with Solana NFTs. So in order to do that, you need some Sol. I'm glad I am holding Solana. I would love to flip some Solana NFTs into a big fat stack of Solana. Because then I would feel really nice about wearing my free Solana shorts around the house. The number 8, Doge at 30 cents, up 10% this week. Polkadot up 35% at number 9. And then if we're not talking stable coins, Uniswap would round out, actually Uniswap and Chainlink would round out the top 10 at 14% for Uniswap at $29.55, and Chainlink up 26% as well. So everything is looking pretty nice right now. And let's go back to the question. How are you feeling in the sense you mentioned, we might be at a little turning point here or decision point for Bitcoin, which obviously is going to lead potentially the rest of the market. Maybe not ETH. Who knows what that could keep chugging along with the interest we're seeing from NFTs. And then obviously DeFi seems to be making a little bit of a comeback as well.
You're 100% right. I think the combination of those two things are definitely pumping ETH on its own. Now, if there's a big enough correction on Bitcoin, obviously that'll affect ETH for sure. I'm just looking, we captured like that 42K that we were talking about earlier, and then kind of 47 was the number we had to, turn into support. It looks like we did that, and now we're about to tag 51 and change, and either we go up or we go down from there. But I think that is a point. It's definitely a point of resistance. Whether or not we turn that into support is a different story. But honestly, once we're past there, there's 58,
and then like 65 where we were last.
Yeah, time. Man. Like it's if we can get going from here. It could be blast off time. That Q4, man. Are we in Q? No, not yet. We have one more month.
Yeah. Apparently our good friend Ledger shouted out a Wrecked podcast on Up Only the other day. But,
ooh.
Yeah. So according to 5 a.m., our friend.
Nice. He might have just been saying that.
He skipped the mint condition to listen to Up Only. So
don't like that.
He might be making it up. Anyway, I did.
By the way, 5 a.m. is the voice at the beginning of this show.
Yes, smooth, sultry British voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just totally sounds smarter.
100% professional. I mean, it feels like
I'll tell you right now, 5 a.m. he's got many leather-bound books. He's very.
Oh
smart.
My goodness!
So much smarter than me. It's really appalling how much smarter. Actually.
It's fun getting to know everybody because there are some there are some real characters that we deal with, and some folks are just way smarter than. You're listening to us, so I can't imagine you're altogether like that smart. But so right away, I'm thinking like not that smart. But then we talk to them like, oh, significantly smarter than anticipated.
Well, we're like the dumbed down version of like we're just the fun shit that they listen to when they're not trying to learn stuff.
Right.
That's
good.
So, we're like Netflix binging. That's how I would.
That's good. That's good. I like that.
We're whatever show your mom's watching.
We are Manifest.
Yeah, we're Manifest. We're the Manifest of crypto podcasts. Anyway, my point about Ledger, I did see a tweet the other day where he thought Ethereum is headed to all-time highs before the end of the year. I think he said target around like 6K, which is pretty interesting. I'm not sure what that does for our summer of JPEGs, but we'll see. Well, I'm excited to find out. Also, shout out to Ledger because a couple weeks ago I was listening to Ledgercast and it was basically an hour of him and Josh just bashing NFTs, and he
must be so disappointed in us.
Well, I've talked to him since then. I said, because I messaged him. I was like, "Oh, this episode really had me laughing, just because, And now I think he's like bought in. He had some big tweet about how he's going to be getting into more art blocks and all this stuff. And so I'm proud of Ledger for dabbling in the dark side, which is the JPEG summer. So. What do you think? Are you think we're gonna keep breaking through this, or
as the weeks go by, I just more and more confident. I just history tells us, Q4 is always going to be pretty strong.
That's true.
And if we have this much strength coming into the the back end of Q3, it's got to go. I can't. In my mind, the scenario for significant downturn is not there. I can't, you know what I mean? There's so many things stacking up in the favor of Up Only. I don't know. I think we could see. I think for sure we could see Bitcoin all-time high by the end of the year. Put it that way. If I'm gonna ride Ledger's coattails here.
You said Bitcoin all-time high?
For sure.
Yeah.
I can totally see it. I mean, it's not that. I mean, we're at that's only 15K more. I can't work out the percentage in my head right now, but it's not that much more. 50?
Well, 10% would be $5,000,
right? So 30%, 40% will get you to all-time high from here.
Yeah, seems doable.
Looks
rare.
That's what I'm saying. Looks
rare.
It looks rare, man. Yeah. So I mean, like, do we get to 100K? I don't know about that, but I mean, once we get into all-time high territory, days you can go up. And again, the higher we get, $10,000 becomes less of a percentage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to go up 10K is like, we're going to go up 10% today. So yeah, once you get past a certain level, I guess 100. I mean, I'm not saying 100K by the end of the year, but I mean, could we see 75K?
Sure.
I think so. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility.
Guess how many coins there are now, according to CoinGecko. Last time we were at about, I think, like 80.
Yeah. Are we past 10K yet?
No, not past 10K.
9,100.
9,226 coins exist on 491 exchanges.
That's the real.
Guess at the market cap?
Were we? I think we were at 2 trillion last time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
2.4.
2.38 trillion.
Ooh.
Nice guess. Bitcoin dominance?
44?
40.1%. And this is interesting. ETH dominance.
Oh, less.
Well, definitely less. But like
10?
So I was surprised at this, but I guess I'm not based on the price. 19.6.
Really?
Yep. So Bitcoin and Ethereum make up 60% of about 60% of the
of the volume.
cap.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. But
so what do you think? So I have this amount of Tether in my wallet. You're full-time crypto now. You know what you're doing. I'm jealous of you.
Hold on.
With every passing day.
I'm full-time crypto.
You are.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You know what you're doing. You know what's happening. You have people. You're in the know. With every passing day, I'm more and more jealous. But I have this amount of Tether in my wallet, and I don't know what to do with it. What should I do with it?
Oh man, if you have enough on the table in actual, holdings, then I wouldn't touch it. Quite honestly.
No,
that's what
me being
a little more conservative, probably. Like normally, I would be like, "Oh, risk on all day."
I feel we have lots of risk in a lot of places.
Yeah, right. But so like, I don't think you need it. Like you've got lots of risk in JPEGs. You're
so
big,
much risk.
big JPEG guy right now. And then you've got pretty significant holdings. The only thing I would say is like, is there any other alt type coins that you would want to be in? And I think you kind of. I'm not saying you've missed the boat because I think there's more upside here, but like Solana would have been one that
right. Oh no, but I mean I've held it sold that a little while ago, but I don't have my finger on the pulse
I'm not
enough.
like deep down in the world of alts anymore. Like I'm not. They just don't interest me anymore as much. Like I'd be looking at DeFi coins. That's where I would be looking at if I wanted to deploy some Tether. I think that's going to make a pretty big comeback.
I'm waiting for that NFT bubble to pop, and then I can pivot back into shitbags. But I don't know.
I just don't see the draw in alts as much anymore.
Correct. Like the momentum is definitely. I feel like if you're gonna play with altcoins, I mean you're either doing that or you're doing NFTs. Like I think not everybody. I shouldn't say that. So a lot of people
we have seen a ton of the traditional crypto altcoin traders piling into NFTs in the past 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean,
it's kind of weird to see because
it is kind of weird
because I would classify us as early, right? Like,
I mean, I was dragged
probably
in.
Probably me even more so, right?
Yeah, like I was dragged in.
And I was buying NFTs in last June.
Yeah, I just don't want to make it sound like I made this like big brain decision to
and NFTs. I was red pilled by our 5-time friend of the show, Franklin, who has Franklin Fitch, who has blown up in the NFT space, by the way. He's a full-blown market mover these days. I don't know if you've noticed that.
I'm aware. I'm aware of his Hulk-like grip on the NFT space.
He's a Zen NFT guru. He's just a monster. So shout out to Frank for giving me the kick in the butt last summer that got me into that.
Frank got me my first Chromie Squiggle, which are now worth $1 million. I feel. I don't know. I sold mine a while ago.
But you've sold yours, right?
Yeah.
That was one I wish I had. I never held one of those. One that I wish I had.
That was the one that upset my wife the most.
I remember you telling that story on the podcast.
When she talks about NFTs, she only references Chromie Squiggles. For those of you listening who are not aware of what a Chromie Squiggle is, it's literally
it's what it sounds like.
It's actually less than what it sounds like because there's no chrome in it. It's a colorful like rainbow squiggle line in JPEG form. And I mean, I don't know what the basement on them are, but they're multiple thousands of dollars. I'm pretty sure they're like, I think they might be like 3 ETH floor on those right now. So maybe tens of thousands of dollars for a squiggly line, a colorful squiggly line. And yes, it upsets my wife so much. It's like it makes no sense. Why should it be worth that much?
Yeah,
and she's right.
Yeah, but going back to the point, I just think there's easier money to be made than dabbling in sub $1 million altcoins.
Right. I mean,
there's also faster gains to be made otherwise.
Exactly. I think that's what it comes down to. I think people like us will have a certain amount of Bitcoin, will have a certain amount of Ethereum, and then for the real degen in us, we're either going to do alts or NFTs, and wherever the liquidity and wherever the gains are, I think is where we're going to pivot to.
Well, I think that's kind of the problem, right? Is like some of these alts, there is no liquidity.
Right. I mean,
like your shittiest NFT profile picture project has more liquidity than some of these tokens do, and so if you're looking for like a 10x, right?
Right.
That you're better off playing
all day.
Yeah.
All day. That's 100%. Where it's not even close. Like I haven't heard of one. I mean, I'm sure there are a few, but I haven't heard of many altcoins 10xing lately.
It's the DeFi stuff that will, like all that stuff. So if you're,
some of them are going up from the basement where they were. You know what I mean? Like some of them took a huge.
They went 10x down,
100x.
Yeah, they were right, exactly.
So it's tricky. It's tricky.
Yeah. So anyway, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get to the news. All right. I will start us off here. I think I was doing this one. I'm not sure, but I'm taking it. All these are from our friends over at theblockcrypto.com. Our greatest friends that never acknowledge our existence, theblockcrypto.com. Twitter seems to be testing the ability to display Bitcoin and Ethereum addresses in your profile. That would be pretty cool.
That would be very cool.
Twitter seems to be testing the addition of crypto features to its tip jar service, according to the mobile developer who claims to have reverse engineered the feature. So this person, Alessandro Paluzzi, posted screenshots today that display interfaces allowing users to add their Bitcoin and Ethereum addresses to their profiles. Beneath each prompt, a notice reads, "People will send payments to the Bitcoin or Ethereum address you've entered above." Interesting. So the idea obviously enables users to receive tips in crypto. Because now you can, I think there's a tip jar feature now where you can tip people on your profile. Certain.
Oh, really?
I think so. Certain.
I haven't.
accounts.
I've received 0 tips.
Well, I don't know if all accounts have it. I'm not sure. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey implied Bitcoin would be integrated with the tip jar back in July, and then yesterday there was leaked images showing that they're trialing this ability. So that's pretty interesting. If you have an ENS address, you could already put your address in your profile.
How does that work exactly? So I'm not very smart.
But you have one now.
I do have one. Now, I noticed it did not work in in OpenSea.
Yeah, it does.
Does that in the like if you're doing a transfer?
Not in a transfer, yes. I don't think private sale it works.
Yeah,
but a transfer, yes, because I did a transfer this morning and I used an ENS address. Yes.
I feel like I plugged one in the other day and it said, it gave me like an error message. And is it the same thing in MetaMask? I haven't done it yet in MetaMask, just because I'm always worried about it. You just plug in that ENS address and it works fine.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So like if you send me something at bunchu.eth, it reads my. Comes up underneath, you'll see like my actual ETH address, but it's tied to your it's tied right to so like there is a step you have to do. You go to the ENS domains, you buy the domain, and then you have to go back to the site and actually register it with your address.
I did all that stuff.
Yeah, and it kind of tags it to your address. So that's interesting. It works. But it's really easy.
I like it. I think it's
how about Budweiser?
Yeah, I was
buying beer.eth for $100,000.
That's pretty I feel like NFTs are very popular, very what do you call that?
Oh yes, they're very
in the zeitgeist. You know what I mean?
Yes, they're super trendy right now.
But ENS, that's not that trendy, I would say. And for Budweiser to be big brained and buy up something like that, I think that's pretty interesting.
So I don't know if this is true, but I could have swore I saw a tweet about this that Bob Laxative was the one that owned it.
Really?
I could have swore I saw a tweet on that because what happens is people buy up all these, it's just like
internet
domain back in the day, and then people come and buy them from you. I swear to God, I saw that, and now don't quote me on that.
I feel like I saw that too now that you're saying it, but
I thought I sent it to you actually. But
maybe that's what it was. Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
I'm not sure, but anyway.
Hey, good for him if it was.
I think it was on our DGen Network tweet about them buying it, and then I thought I saw a comment underneath from good old BL. Well, I cannot confirm nor deny that is wild speculation on my part.
Hey.
But if it is, congratulations
terrific.
on a 30 ETH sale of an ENS domain. That'll probably happen a lot more frequently now that, you've got a lot of big companies coming into the crypto space, specifically NFTs, but that's going to trickle all over the place in the space,
Mm-hmm. Anyway. Chamber.eth is available this month.
I'm surprised you didn't take that.
Well, no, it was taken.
Oh, you mean it's expiring?
Yeah. So I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works. Does it auto?
It depends on the plan. I bought mine for 2 years.
Yeah, I bought the one I have for 2 years or maybe 3 years. I felt like it was cheap, so I just like, oh well, might as well just have it. But the chamber.eth is available this month, so I don't know. I have to take a look at it again. I don't like having the hyphen in my current one. It's very upsetting for my ADD.
It's also harder to remember, I guess.
Right.
I'd be more nervous about using
100%,
Bunchu.eth. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, all right. Next,
I got one here from the Sween, Michael McSweeney. Volume across major markets for Bitcoin futures hit $1.73 trillion in August, representing an increase from July, according to data collected by the Block Research. The August figure represents a 17% increase from July's 1.47 trillion in futures volume. The futures market's peak occurred in May when volumes reached 2.56 trillion. That's crazy. I didn't realize it was that high. As shown in the chart, Binance once again took the most market share for Bitcoin futures during August. They keep doing their thing, but I keep not liking them. So it's weird. What's your stance on Binance?
I feel like I like them less and less every time.
Right? Every time. Binance was, back in 2018, 2017.
But Binance does enable our Axie Infinity scholars to cash out fairly easily. So
we love you, Binance.
Kudos.
I'm sorry for everything I've said about you. I didn't realize that. So yeah, go to Binance. It's terrific. This episode brought to you by Binance.
Well, I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying, I hope it doesn't go under.
Right. Don't go under. You know what? I'm turning a new leaf on Binance. They're looking all right. Meanwhile, Bitcoin options volume also increased between July and August, rising from 10.72 billion to 17.79 billion, a 66% increase. The vast majority of trading volume occurred on Deribit. Ooh, that seems like fake volume, but I might be wrong. Have you ever traded on Deribit?
Way back in the day.
Way
back in the day.
Okay, so maybe legitimate. It's Bunchu approved.
It was I feel like it was one of those first popular derivatives trading sites for leverage and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember back in I think it was 2018 or 2019, everybody was trading on Deribit.
I might have. I'm always surprised with the I'll go through my bookmarks.
Oh, actually, I think it might have been when BitMEX stopped really taking. Did you just sneeze?
Yes, I did. I tried to mute it. I had a mustache hair go. It tickled my nose.
Oh my god! There's a mute button, right?
I know. I hit it, but I didn't hit it quick enough.
Please leave that in. That is.
Oh, it's 100% staying.
Oh my god!
I only take it out when I sound stupid. Are you kidding me?
No, and you very rarely sound stupid, so that needs to stay. I think it was might have been the time that BitMEX shut out U.S. people for good,
Right.
And
yeah, that makes sense.
People went and traded there.
Yeah, I was looking at I'll pull up 1 second here. I have some.
That would be a good one. Your old bookmarks. That's
yeah. I have Beaksy, rest in peace. BitTrue. I don't even know what that was for.
Wow.
I have Hit BTC. Remember those ones?
Oh, yeah.
I have Robinhood. Not
Come
Robinhood.
on, what the hell is Robinhood that you're bitching about Deribit and you're trading on Robinhood?
I have Cryptopia, obviously. I have Quadriga. I have Coin Mama. I think that's a British one. I got, what else do I have? I got bookmarks for Substratum and Electronium.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is bad news here. I have a cryptocurrency calendar. Old. I have a Lux web wallet. Remember those?
Man, this is really, really old school.
That's OG stuff right there, guys.
Man, let's see. I have my whale reports login.
Of course.
RIP. Jeez. Crypto Cred study guide.
Okay. Oh, well, that's good. That's just good. That's just good information. I have a Honey Miner. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I have Hero.
Hero. Of course. Yeah,
that was great. I have Crypto Cannon. Crypto Cannon from it must be an article by Andreessen Horowitz. Okay.
I have Initiative
Cryptocurrency
Q.
Tax Professionals.
Wow.
Mine are much more, I feel.
Yeah,
relevant, I think,
yeah.
or evergreen than yours.
Yeah, I have Initiative
Q is pretty bad.
I have Mercatox Exchange.
Oh wow, yeah. What the heck were we buying on Mercatox?
Something.
Mercatox was such a dodgy scam site.
Plasma Bears.
Plasma bears.
Is that
my
an
God.
NFT?
Dude, are you not familiar with what just happened with plasma bears?
I have no idea. No, this is old, man. This is
R.I.P. to our plasma bears. So Gary V came in last week, and literally bought 50-something plasma bears from 2019 off the floor, and they went absolutely nuts. And if you didn't take them off the site, you lost them forever. So like our plasma bears that we have, because I have some too from 2019.
Really?
They're lost in the ether forever.
Oh
and
my goodness.
My brother had one that he took off the site, and he got like 4 or 5 ETH from it.
Really?
Just randomly 3 years later. So that one recently, literally last week, that was the talk of the town.
Wow. Well, that's shitty.
Sorry, RIP your plasma bear bag.
So that's fun. That was I haven't looked at these in a while. Oh, remember IDEX?
Oh yeah, you were a big IDEX
I
guy.
loved IDEX. Yeah. Okay. All right. This is good stuff. So a lot of things can change is the story here. A lot of things can change.
Yeah, and that's just in like 2 years.
That's nothing. Yeah, exactly.
Most people listening, I would say 90% of the people listening probably don't even know what most of those things are.
And the 10% of you will be laughing.
Will make fun of us. Yeah. All right, we got one more. I've got one more news story here. What am I going with? I'm going with Vitalik. Vitalik Buterin reveals his biggest regret about Ethereum. What do you have any guesses what this might be?
Must be the video of him and Ashton and Mila for that.
It's definitely Stoner Cats.
Stupid Stoner Cat drop.
It's 100%.
That was the cringiest piece of video I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
And I've watched season 1 of Manifest. Manifest, rest in peace. So what's his biggest regret?
So it says here, in 6 years, Ethereum has gone from a newly launched project to blah, 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 9 billion in value per day, with applications ranging from DeFi to NFTs. But what is one thing that Ethereum co-founder Vitalik regrets most? His quote here says, "The whole 8 co-founders thing and choosing them so quickly and non-discriminately."
Bruh. I get it. I get it, Vitalik.
Interesting. Yeah.
That's funny.
He names them all here and says that,
I would name them too.
Yeah.
I love it. I wonder how rich Vitalik is.
Oh, God. He's so rich. Billions and billions of dollars. Wait, did you know Charles Hoskinson was one?
Why do I know that name?
Because he's the co-founder of Cardano.
I think I did know that. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I feel like there's a couple of those types.
Yeah. Well, Gavin Wood also one of them that he does Polkadot now.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know how old he is?
Who? Vitalik?
Yeah.
Like probably in his mid-20s.
Yeah, he's 27. Crazy.
That's so nuts.
So upsetting.
I mean, good for Vitalik, you know?
Would you trade?
Wait, let's save this for the would you rather.
All right. I'm gonna
write it down. Save it.
I'm writing it down. It's very funny. Okay.
Now the
go
anticipation is killing me. No, that's it. That's all I have. Your turn.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that. I think I can remember it. I don't have to write it down. I'll probably forget though. This is from. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Aislinn Keeley? I feel like she's from like Ireland. Has one of those Irish names that are impossible to pronounce. You know what I'm saying? Aislinn? It's probably like Letitia. You know what I mean? It's spelled one way and it's completely pronounced a different way. She writes here. So maybe we have a new favorite writer here. I'm not sure that I don't think I've read anything from her yet. The website for SushiSwap's forthcoming non-fungible token platform, or NFT for those of you in the know, Shoyu, I guess that's how you spell it, that's how you pronounce it, SHOYU, Shoyu, yeah, I feel that's right, is now live. The team behind Shoyu posted a TikTok today, teasing, quote, in a In a desert.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know how to speak the English language properly. In a desert of NFTs, an oasis is emerging with desert-themed images leading to Show You domain name. The site showyouNFT.com now displays a page promising that, quote, creative commerce reimagined, unquote, is coming soon. Project leader Lex V also tweeted a link to the website today. 2 months ago, Lex V, a former Sushi contributor, proposed the idea of an NFT platform with a front-end caching layer and infrastructure for art storage powered by Sushi. The platform would also provide similar services to existing NFT marketplaces like Super Rare and OpenSea. A July 7th post contains the initial development and management proposal, as well as some user interface mockups. Those mockups match the current layout of the live showyouNFT.com. It also said an initial version 0 would be released in August, followed in November by a version 1, with additional social media or social networking aspects, and that a third upgrade of V2 would occur in January 2022. So I don't know. I think a competitor to OpenSea.
Can we talk about how dope Sushi has become?
Right?
Like from what happened when that whole thing launched
100%
to what it is now. Like,
yep.
It's a monster.
Maybe I'll pick up some more. I don't think I have any sushi, so maybe I'll pick up some sushi.
I don't either. I should probably pick up some sushi.
Where I wonder where it is on the list of things here.
Oh, hold on. I can find it really quickly. Yeah. I thought you were going to say, I wonder where to buy it.
Binance.
Like,
Rec brought to you by Binance.
Actually, maybe I can't find it. It doesn't seem like it would be this far down the list.
It might be.
I can't.
I feel like it's in like I would say in like the 30 to 50 range.
Yeah, I was getting there and it didn't. Hold on, let's see. I'm just gonna search for it really quick. So, what's your guess?
34.
It's actually 65.
Really?
So let's look.
I feel like there's value there.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially if you're looking at Uniswap at $15 billion market cap.
Yeah.
Sushi's at $2.5 billion market cap. Interesting.
Interesting indeed.
Shall we?
Yeah, I think
Live Ape?
Live Ape, yeah, absolutely. I think so. That seems like there's value there. That seems like good value. But I think a competitor to OpenSea is needed. Like OpenSea's fine, but there's definitely some issues.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's all about like the, there's also the centralization of all this stuff kind of with.
I'm not opposed to centralization.
OpenSea. I know you're not. You love it.
I'm pro centralization, if I'm being honest.
You're just here for the lulz.
That's right, man. All day. All right.
I think that's gonna do it for us for the news, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That is gonna do it for us for the news. We have a couple more things to go. We're going with an oldie but a goodie. Some Would You Rather.
Now we can do this the easy way or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
Chamber, you want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Would you rather hold for the next year Uniswap, so Uni,
yep,
or Solana?
I would say Sol.
Why?
I'd have to look at the their market placement, but I feel Sol is behind Uni. But you said no. Didn't you just say Sol was high?
Sol's like number 5 or 6 or 6 or 7 right now.
I still think Sol. I still think Sol.
Well, I agree. I think Sol is going to be like the number 3.
Yeah,
like blockchain,
like a Ripple replacement.
Ripple, Cardano.
Yeah,
yeah. So Cardano has a $96 billion market cap. Solana a $40 billion market cap.
Right.
Uniswap 15 though. So,
right.
But what's the top for that? Like,
right. Like, how much more could it do?
But I also think Sol's probably safer too over the next year. If you were holding it today,
I agree.
It's gonna, because I think Sol is gonna be here to stay as a blue chip token to hold. You know what I mean? It's pretty awesome, and so I'm into it. I would choose. I'm more comfortable holding Solana, also because I'm an NFT degen and I'm going to be playing on there as well. So, all right, I would also have chosen that one. So you're up.
Okay. This is the first one I wrote down. I think about my wife when I trade NFTs a lot, and
yep.
if she were to see everything that I do, how she would react.
I literally bought like 10 Word documents today. I don't even fucking know what I bought.
What?
They literally are just white things. They're just white backgrounds with words on them, and I bought way too many of them.
Okay, so my would you rather is, would you rather have your wife either, I'll let you frame it the way you want to, either approve every NFT trade you make or any trade you make, whether that be shitcoins or NFTs. And when I say approve, it could just mean you could just you'd have to show her every time you're making a trade. Okay, so she is aware of the amount of money you're trading and what you're actually trading. You know what I mean? The comical farce that are NFTs, or only trade have a 1 hour window every week to do your trading.
Oof. I'd rather show my wife.
Every time?
Yeah. Because I don't always do well, but I've been doing well. So
right.
I'm not ashamed of what I'm doing at
That's fair.
This time. So
I'm still ashamed. Even though I'm doing well, I'm still have a lot of shame.
I would take showing my wife currently, right? Like, wait till the bubble pops. And
right. Then I'll switch.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, fair enough.
I'm going with that one. Would you rather, we kind of actually touched on this already, so I think I know your answer, and it was accidentally that we did it, but
oh, really?
Would you rather hold a ranked 250 altcoin, so you're talking, you're talking somewhere down in the, let's see.
I like a 250. I love playing around in that area.
Yeah, so you're talking 250 would be a market cap of around 240 million, right?
That's still a ton. I would not have guessed that high.
So 250 market cap altcoin for the next year. Mm-hmm. Or would you rather jump into and trade the next hot profile picture NFT?
The next hot profile picture NFT, I think, for sure.
Same theory, right? It's
just that's where the money is. Like, you'll be able to do better quicker. You know what I mean? In a shorter amount of time. Because multiple, that's what I try to, that's what I tell myself at least all the time, is it's all about the multiples, right? Like, you could miss out on either an alt bag or an NFT, or say you made an amount of money on it and you sold it, and then that NFT or that bag goes another 3x, and you're like, oh shit, I missed out on it. But if you use that money, you know what I mean, if you just multiple, if you're doing 2 and 3x's in a shorter amount of time than waiting for a 10x on a bigger project, you know what I mean? It doesn't take long for you to make that same amount of money. It might even take a shorter amount of time. I think I go where the money is, where I can see the see the performance a little bit quicker, and then take advantage of any gains quicker, and then flip it into something else ideally. But I think that's where the money is for now.
Yeah, agreed. Totally agree there. All right, you got one more?
I do. So this is the one I thought. This is the one I thought of here. So this is an homage to Vitalik. Okay, we were saying he's 27 years old. The Ethereum founder now holds over $1 billion worth of ETH in his main wallet. So we can safely assume we'll call him a billionaire. Is that fair? Okay. So would you rather, and we were saying good for him, right? And I was about to say it, but I held myself back because I thought it'd be a better would you rather. Is it worth it? Would you rather, I don't know if it's would you rather, but would you give up your social profile? Because when I think of Vitalik, I think of the video where he's sitting on the couch. I think he's in like in Waterloo, Ontario, which is like close to me, because he went to the University of Waterloo, where he's picking his nose and he wipes it on the wall. Okay, do you remember this?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the only thing I think of when I think of Vitalik.
Well, I mean,
so would you rather have, so is it worth it to you to have that video out there and also have $1 billion net worth? Or would you rather not have a video of you picking your nose and wiping it on the wall?
Oh, give me the nose picking
all day?
Yeah, all day. Twice on Sunday. I don't care. If you have that's
rough, man.
Billionaire
rough.
money.
I don't disagree.
So like, no, I could.
$1 billion doesn't take that video off the internet though, man. That's tough.
Yeah, but it pays for people not to give a shit.
But that's all they think of. But as much as you pay them,
but
to not
I
give
don't
a shit,
care. I don't care.
I care. Oh, I care so much what people
I
think.
don't care.
I have a real problem.
No, I care now, but not if I had $1 billion.
Right. Well, you know what? I don't know what it feels like to have $1 billion and not care. So maybe you're right. You know what I mean? It just provides you so much more, basically, FU persona.
I'll take the nose picking video.
That's
because I'm not totally sure that there's not a video like that of me out there
currently, and you're not a billionaire.
Right.
Yeah,
right. And so there's a possibility there is one. So it might surface when I become a billionaire because it'll be more important.
Right.
But it may already exist and I don't have $1 billion. So I'll just take the billion. And if it does exist, then, who cares? I have $1 billion.
All right.
Yeah.
I like it. I love the confidence. I pick my nose and I whip it on the wall. Fuck you. How about that?
Well, I mean, look, we do a video show every week, sometimes twice a week. And there's one of our first episodes, I touched my nose, I itched my nose, and the YouTube comments are like, "Oh, gross, picking his nose at 32 seconds." So I'm like, all right, well, fuck you guys.
No way. Is that what it says? I never.
Yeah, I can go back and find it, but yeah.
There's a comment and everything.
Yeah, and it's not at all what I'm doing. I touched my it
was just a scratch.
I grazed over my nose, and they're like, "Oh, cringe at 32 seconds." I'm like, "Fuck you."
Oh,
So apparently the video already does exist.
That's funny. Well, I guess I owe you $1 billion then? Is that how this works?
I think so. Send it to bunchu.eth and we'll get that settled right now. Yeah, but that's going to do it for our Would You Rather segment. I just have one more thing that I wanted to comment on that I told you before the show that if you had this on your bingo card today, come claim your prize. So as most of you now know, we have our own Axie Infinity Scholarship Program, and I manage a ton of other scholars. So there was a big, in one of the groups, what happens is all these people end up knowing each other. They're from the same town,
right?
Things like that. And so one of the groups that I manage, not ours, but one of the other ones, there's a large group of people that live in the same town, and there was a huge fire in the town, and people died, and it destroyed a lot of buildings and stuff. And so one of my scholars said that they were going to donate some of their SLP to the to a foundation or whatever for people,
aid.
For aid, exactly. And so I had some extra SLP in my wallet, and I said, "Oh, I'd like to donate some." And so I sent, a modest amount of SLP to this guy to donate on my behalf, and just he was doing it. He sends me this picture this morning. And
was it just a dick?
No,
he got scammed.
No, it's quite the opposite.
Oh.
It is a radio. It is a Facebook post from a radio station there, and it's him giving all of these Filipino pesos to, as the donation. And the post talks about how much money was how much money was donated for the fire, blah, blah, blah. It mentions him. And then it says, and this is all in Filipino, and
right.
except for these words, something, Joey, in parentheses, Bunchu from the USA. So I have made Filipino news broadcasts today.
Wow, that's amazing.
So if you had that on your bingo card, I'm gonna send this to you right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you're gonna laugh at it, but it's pretty funny. So
Joey,
I was obviously super happy to donate. I didn't think I would end up on some radio station news, but
we got to go to the Philippines, man.
I think they'd build a statue of us. Look at your Discord and you can see the Facebook post. But I woke up this morning a Filipino news star, and
wow,
yeah,
Sir Joey,
so funny. Yeah,
I love it.
Yes,
that's amazing.
Happy to donate. It was not even that big of an amount, very small amount, and but apparently
it's crazy to see how much either a dollar converts into some of these countries. I was watching something yesterday where a guy was just trying to, I think it was in Pakistan, I think he found I think Pakistan was the country the country in the world that you could basically stretch a dollar the most in. And he wanted to just live one day on $1 and the amount for food and stuff like that. And he ended up spending 27 cents all day on food. It was crazy. And the food was, it looked so good. But yeah, it's bananas to see how much. But yeah, we got to go to the Philippines also for the food, because every time I see Filipino food trucks and stuff like that, that's they know what they're doing over there, man. They got some tasty delicacies over there.
Oh man, so that I think they would probably build a statue for us.
I would just like a nice dish of pad thai. Would be
they'll definitely do that,
or a hamburger of some sort. They do
perfect. All right, that is gonna do it for us. Until next time, don't get wrecked, and that is financial advice.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening. You can help support us by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and become a Wrecked patron by signing up for a monthly tier on patreon.com. That's patreon.com/Wrecked podcast. Don't get wrecked.